Hello and welcome, everyone. Okay, there we go.
Magic.
Magic. Welcome back to Into the Aether. I'm Diane and I'm joined by my co host, Linda de Gonzalez, over here. Or if you're watching the mobile view here, thank you for being here. So, I want to ask people because, have you ever had a trait, a quality within yourself that you're like, this is just natural. Everyone is like this. And then when you grow up, you realize, wait, hold on, this doesn't fit the other person. Another person isn't like this, doesn't think this way. And you don't know why you were born, why you were naturally like that. How about you, Linda? I'm seeing your thinking wheels turning.
Well, I just found out today, actually, in something that I guess I knew sort of on some level all along, but I realized today that when I was doing a sort of an ethical kind, an ethical examination of a situation, um, that I've been thinking about situations in my life in terms of what's the right thing to do since I was a teenager. And I guess it just sort of never dawned on me that other people think about what's most comfortable. How can I get out of this? What's the easiest way I can get, like, yeah, this is not how people think. So
Yeah.
that was a today lesson for me. I was today years old when I learned that this is not the usual.
Yeah. For me, there are things that I realized as well when I entered adulthood. And I was like, I should be hardworking and everyone else thinks this way. And then I realized, oh my gosh, this is not true. And Dr.
Yeah.
Pam is also saying, seeing the logic and solution to everything. Oh, that's a good
Oh, yeah,
trait.
that's another one.
People often told me, not everyone thinks like you, Pam. Story of my life. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what we are going to talk about in today's episode of Into the Ether, everyone. Some of our strongest traits and our deepest patterns may not have started in this lifetime. Boom, mind blown. When I first realized that some of my traits and some of my qualities came from past lives, I was really mind blown, literally. Because I'm like, oh, everything makes sense now, why I think this way. And I wanted to share that experience and that mind blown to the chat and to the people who are watching right now. And if you're watching the replay, I hope that you stay tuned because many of the messages that we do during public readings like this often resonate with people who are watching the replay as well. So take what resonates and leave the rest. We didn't start zero from this lifetime. I think that is true for me now. And the past lessons, and there are past life lessons that are affecting us now. So that is what we are going to talk about today. But first, let's say hi to the people in the chat. I see, oh, Taro Stash, Gerald, our dear friend, is here. Hi,
Thank
Gerald.
you.
Wait, I saw his comment. Where? There we go. Hi, Gerald. And then there's Mere Dragon. Hi, Mere Dragon. Gray is also here. Oh, troublemaker, Linda.
But me? No,
And
never. Moi? I am.
Barbara Hart Love is here. Hi, Barbara. And Brina is here. Hi, Brina.
Do we say
Hi,
hi to Dr.
CJ.
Do we say hi to Dr. Pam?
No, I just showed her comment. Hi, Dr. Pam.
Oh, right.
And Lulu, the quiet flame, is here.
Hi,
Hi, Lulu.
Lily.
Marfel is here. Lily is here. Hi, everyone. And thank you for being here. And Stephanie is also here. User 4. Hello, 4. Thank you for being here. And Kim is also here. Lori is here. Oldwindwalker, hello and welcome. Um, Rossy. Rossy is also here. Karen is here. Thank you all for being here. And Akila is also here. Hi, Akila.
Hi, Akila.
So as you know, we have prompts that we or topics that we read in this show. So today we are going to answer these two questions. What soul lesson?
Kim's here. Hi, Kim.
Sorry.
Sorry, I just said hi to Kim. I just saw Kim and said hi to her. Sorry, sorry, sorry.
Okay.
Keep going.
No worries. Okay. These are the questions that we will be answering today. First is, what soul lesson did you learn in a past life that still matters now? And the second question we are answering is, how is that lesson influencing your life today? And if you'd like to enter the draw for a reading so that you know the answers to this question for yourself, please enter this hashtag, hashtag past. Oops, I haven't set up the
Wait,
StreamYard.
did you turn that off after I turned it on?
Which one?
The comments on the page.
Yeah, I turned it off because it's covering your face.
I wanted to. Hold on for a second here. Let me get the. Ouch, ouch. Wanda, don't bite me. Okay,
There we
is
go.
that better? Well, I just
Yeah,
need
that's
to
better.
adjust the cushion under my skinny white butt. Okay.
Again, that's
No,
hashtag past.
Cass, this is as little as it shrinks.
Yeah, it's
What, my
as
butt?
little.
You want me to shrink my butt's already really like skinny, okay? I'm old. I have a skinny old woman butt. So yeah, no, that can't be shrunk any further.
And there's Lady M. Hi, Lady M. And hi, Shining Love Light Truth. I'm sorry if I missed anyone. But I'm trying to say hi to as many people as possible. Later on, we might not be able to. Please don't take it personally. Hi, Cass. Cass Michelle Fab.
You should absolutely take it personally because we don't, we absolutely mean it when we don't say hi. We're ignoring you.
We're ignoring you.
For real.
And there's dpayneless. Hi, dpayneless.
Hypnicity's here. Hi,
Ethnicity. Hi,
Hypnicity.
hip. Okay. Again, the hashtag for today is hashtag past, and we will draw people to read for randomly. And if your name is not drawn, please take it personally. Again, it's random, so we have no control of the outcome.
No, we have full control of the outcome. And if we don't like you, we're not going to pick you, okay? Would you like me to manage the music?
Yes, please.
Okie dokie.
Okie dokie.
Are we ready to draw now? We are?
Yeah, I think we're draw.
yeah.
We're ready to draw.
Awesome.
We have people. So
Oh,
let's draw
Garnet's
for 4
here.
people. Hi, Garnet. Let's draw for 4 people. Rossy is here.
Okay, that's a little loud. Sorry. But it's such pretty music.
The Disney like one.
I love it. Hey, it's rigged. I don't see my name.
dpayneless. Congratulations, dpayneless. And please say hi in the chat. Next up. Mona Le Seraphim. Congratulations, Mona, and please say hi in the chat.
Oh, I see Mona.
Yay.
Oneness is here. Okay, so we have
Oldewindwalker. Congratulations, Oldewindwalker. And please say hi in the chat.
hang on, let me just turn that on. There.
The prompts for today are above. First is, what soul lesson did you learn in a past life that still matters now? And how is that soul lesson influencing your life today? Those are the prompts that we will be reading about today. Someone asked in the chat. So,
Right above, right here.
yes. And if you want to join the draw for the next round of readings, please type in hashtag past. And we're not going to start reading right now. We are going to open the records. So let's take 3 deep breaths, everyone. Only the highest frequency of love and light can remain in the sacred space and all objects in the sacred space. For the highest good of this group, consisting of myself, Linda, those who are watching right now, those who will join us later, and those who will watch the replay. All other energies must leave now. All other energies must leave now. All other energies must leave now. Now I call in the highest level of the divine that knows that love is the power and the truth from which we read, our highest level guides and angels to help us with this reading. Archangel Michael and Archangel Metatron, please hold the sacred space. And so it is. And so we do acknowledge the forces of light asking for guidance, direction, and courage to know the truth as it is revealed for our highest good, the highest good of all, and the most benevolent outcome. Akashic Records Master, Spirit Guides, and Angels, please let us know this group in the light of the Akashic Records and enable us to share the wisdom and compassion that the masters, teachers, and loved ones have for us. The records are now open. Yay! Okay. Oh, we have all of. I thought we have all 4 of them. But one is Gerald saying, "Can I be your friend too, the Hanji?" I thought we already are. I thought we already are, Gerald.
I thought it was hilarious. Oh, here's Donna Marie. Hi, Donna Marie.
Hi, Donna Marie. And Jax is here. Hi, Jax.
Ah, yeah.
So who are we still missing? We're still waiting for.
We are
Old Windwalker.
That might have been me. I might have missed Old
Oh,
Windwalker.
I see him. I see them. No, I don't.
Oh, there. I got it. Okay.
Thank you. the chat
Yeah,
the chat jumped and I lost it.
Yeah, same. Same.
So the first person we are reading for is Rossy. Okay. What soul lesson did Rossy learn in a past life that still matters now? Masters, can you please show me? Okay. There are overlapping images. So let me just check. Is this a lifetime on Earth? Okay, that makes sense. So what they're showing me is not a lifetime that you had on Earth, Rossy. That's why it wasn't making any sense, the location. So I'm going to ask, where was this past life experience coming from? What star system, please? Was this an Electra or Maya? Oh, Maya. Okay. So this is a past life experience that you had in Pleiades, Rossy, in a star system called Maya. And what I was being shown was like a body of water, and it's new for me because usually Maya looks like Earth with so many nature, but for you, they're showing me water. You had a past life experience in the waters of Maya. Can you show me that? What experience was that? They're showing me a ship, like a boat ship, not the one that flies. I'm hearing the words guarding. You were guarding the waters of Maya from attacks. because it's one of the more spiritual places in Pleiades and in our galaxy, actually, in the Milky Way galaxy. So it is very important that you protect it. You've known the pains of wars in the past, is what the Akashic Records masters are telling me. You've known the pain in the past. That's why you don't want it to happen to others. During that lifetime, you really dedicated much of your life on that ship and in guarding the place. Yeah, I asked, like, why the waters? And then they told me that in other places, that's where they attacked the Draconians, I mean. Your past mistake was looking up in the skies and, like, watching out for attacks there. That's why you learned how to guard the waters as well, because there are other places where the attack came from the waters. Okay, what soul lesson did Rossy learn in this lifetime or in that past lifetime? They're telling me that you were successful in guarding the place. And the soul lesson that you had in that lifetime, one of them was dedication and perseverance. That Rossy, you can set your mind to things so that you can accomplish something. That was the life lesson that you learned from that past life. So, Linda?
So you dedicated that whole life to protecting people from harm. And what I'm getting is that in this lifetime, you may be overstepping boundaries and taking responsibility for stuff that doesn't belong to you. So when people are about to make a stupid decision, you feel like it's your responsibility to step in to protect them. And after they've made that stupid decision, I'm going to spend $50 on this or whatever it is. You feel like you have a responsibility to protect them from the consequences. So first of all, you need to really examine your instinct, because it is an instinct to protect, and stop yourself and yeah, you do, and examine the ethics. I'm going to call it ethics. Is this my responsibility? Is this a lesson that I will be interfering in? Is this something that belongs to them and not me? What is my role in this? Do I shut my mouth and sit back and wait for things to unfold? Do I have a leg to stand on if I try to interfere? All of that. This is the, I guess it's because it's kind of the dark side of protection. You just take it just a little too, you just got to be cautious that you don't take it too far. What's yours is yours. What someone else's is someone else's. That's what I'm getting, is that to be mindful of that and not to fall into the trap of taking on someone else's, like making yourself responsible for someone else's bad decisions, or their own decisions. Like, who knows if they're bad or not? We call them good or bad. They're necessary for their learning. So it's not good, it's not bad. It's a necessary step in their learning, not yours. Don't interfere. Yeah. Yeah, you can give a warning or not. It's up to you. You know, Rossy says that's so spot on. I give warning. I have slowly stopped cleaning up afterwards. Well, yes, good.
That's good for you.
Yeah. Not your job, not your
Yeah.
circus.
Because even though we love those people, we're not helping them if we're like trying to learn their lessons for
Yeah.
them. So I'm happy for you, Rossy, that you're slowly learning that. I think many of us are slowly learning that. So thank you so much, Rossy, for letting us read for you, and we hope that helps. And Rossy is saying, I have current issue that I am stopping from getting involved.
It's so hard, isn't it? Yeah, I
It's
get
hard.
it. Oh, God.
Especially when we love the people and we know that it's going to harm them
Yeah,
or
because if
hurt.
we don't like them, we don't care.
Yeah.
It's only if we like them and we care about them that we give a shit that they're going to fall off the cliff.
Yeah.
Hello, do you see the warning signs ahead? No?
You're very welcome, Rossy. And VF James is saying, not an easy lesson to learn. Yes.
Yeah.
So I think it moves forward to this lifetime. And that is one of the lessons that you're learning, Rossy. So next up, the person we are reading for is dpayneless. Hi, dpayneless, and avert your Geralds.
No, don't. He's my friend. Good, Gerald. Hi, dpayneless. What soul lesson did you learn in a past life that still matters now? So this is a farmer somewhere. I don't know. I can't tell because it's just a field that I'm seeing. I'm just seeing I'm not seeing a big thing. I'm just seeing a small field, you know, who is standing there broken because his entire crop has been destroyed by hail. I think it is because I see the plants are all broken. It's too late in the season to get a second crop in, but he's going to try anyway and hope that there's enough that the fall lasts a long time, because if he can get an extra 2 weeks of not freezing in the fall, then there will be a harvest. This is not a farmer who farms for, well, yeah, he farms for money, but it's his own farm and it's what feeds his family. The potatoes are broken-ish, but okay, I'm talking about the garden now. That was the field. The garden, the potatoes are sort of okay. They're big enough that they can be dug up anyway and put in the root cellar. Same with the carrots and the beets and the turnips. So all the root crops seem to be okay, although some of them will be put away not quite right, not quite as big as they could have been. I don't mean ripe because they don't ripen, they just get bigger. Things will be tough this year. Your wife comes up to you and you just hold each other. There's 4 kids in the house. The oldest looks about 12 or 13, big and like a big boy, big enough to help with the heavy chores on the farm. It's a scary, scary moment. Now, as a family or as a person, you are not in that in that time and in that place, you were what I would call a Sunday Christian, someone who went to church and who, you know, did the socially acceptable churchy things and called themselves Christian. I mean, I'm not saying that in a mean way. Okay. I'm not being sarcastic with this, but it wasn't something that you ever took into your heart. I mean, not really. But your wife, without really saying much about it, after supper that night, the family is gathered in front of the fireplace, and usually your wife knits and you, I don't know, fiddle around with something, wood carving, looks like. Anyway, the family is in front of the fireplace together, and instead of doing what you usually do, your wife starts to say prayers. She just makes them up from her heart. She talks about how scary it is and how they might not have enough to eat, and they really they would really appreciate help from God to get through this without anybody hurting or anybody dying, and asking for guidance on how to do it. It's a beautiful moment. Sorry, I'm just enjoying being there. So the next day you pick up and you start making plans. The kids go out into the forest and start gathering mushrooms and nuts and berries and whatever is ripe that they can find. I'm guessing this would be about like July, maybe. Everybody forages. Go fishing. You get, long story short, you get through the winter, nobody starves, nobody gets sick. This has changed your perspective substantially on life. You have a lot more from that lifetime. That gave you a much greater respect for the divine and a greater willingness to be open to the divine in your life. Yeah, that was the lesson. Trust.
Trusting in the divine.
Yeah.
How is that lesson influencing your life today? Dpayneless, that's why you're here. You know that,
Yeah, that's
I
why
mean, in this,
you're here.
yeah, that's why you're here.
Oh, of course.
You're in a spiritual community
Of
because
course.
that past life lesson influenced you to trust that there is a higher power. And I also am getting something else, another soul lesson that you learned through that lifetime, that you learned after passing from that lifetime. It's empathy because you experienced that hardship in a past
Mhm.
lifetime. Nowadays, when you see someone who was going through that kind of hardship, you can empathize with them. If you hadn't felt it for yourself, you wouldn't know how tough it is to get through the day without hunger. So that's why you're very empathetic, is what the Akashic Records masters are telling me. So that's how this is influencing your life today, dpayneless.
And I have more for you, dpayneless. And I got big chills. I want you to pay attention to the fact that there were no miracles in this story. There was inspiration and the use of resources that were around you. The kids went foraging in the forest.
You
The
got through it together.
Yeah. Yeah, you got through it as a group, relying on each other and working together.
That's another good lesson.
Yeah, it
Like
wasn't all
relying
on,
and trusting each other.
yeah, it wasn't all on your shoulders. Would you stop nipping me? I already gave you your almond. Wow.
To everyone who's just came in and this is the first time watching here, um, Linda isn't talking to me, okay? She's talking to
I'm,
Wanda.
I'm talking to my bird, Wanda,
I
who is
just
on my
realized
lap.
how it must have looked like
I'm
to a person
talking,
who just popped in.
I'm actually, yeah. Sorry.
So thank you so much, dpayneless, and I hope that helps.
I wish I had a way of showing her to you, but I would have to like move my whole laptop and that would be awkward. So, and
No,
then
it's
you see
okay.
all the crap on my couch, and I don't really want to show you that.
I think I'm fascinated at this point because the first two soul lessons that we've read for, I feel like it's going to hearing about them benefits many people, not just the people we are reading for. So if you're in the chat, I hope you listen to the stories of others as well because we can learn a lot from them. Okay, and the next person we're reading for is Mona Seraphim. There we go. And avert your Geralds.
Hi, Mona.
What soul lesson did Mona Seraphim learn in a past life that still matters now? The setting that they're showing me is in a high place, like a cliff or a mountain or somewhere high where you can view a village, a town, or a city. And they're showing this to me at night. What's the story here, Masters? What lessons, experience did Mona have? Shin Ninja. Okay, was this in an Asian country? China or Japan? South. Okay. I can't pinpoint exactly where in Asia this was, but you had the past life in Asia, Mona. And what's very interesting that they're telling me why they're showing me this scene at night is because you were on the lookout not to protect people, but to rob them. You were a thief in a past lifetime. And Mona, this was in the past, okay? This was in the past. You're not this person anymore. But I'm going to get more details. What led her to that life? Masters, can you show me? Okay, they're telling me that you were an orphan during that past life, and you were uh, a man or a boy when you were orphaned. And bandits, those were bandits who are thieves who adopted you. Basically, they saw you crying. I'm seeing like two thieves, two male thieves. They took you in. They were brothers. They didn't have. I'm not seeing a family with them, but how they lived was that they robbed some carriages that are passing by a certain path. And so those were the people who raised you. That's what was it. So that was how you raised, and that's how you learned things as a small child. You didn't know any other kind of life. It was to take from other people. Otherwise, you'll go hungry. They were telling me that in that past life, there were many, like, not exactly wars in a large scale, but wars in a smaller scale, like the kingdom or the area you were in were at constant fights, skirmishes. And so the people who raised you, the brothers who raised you in that past life, they were caught up in those fights. They also didn't know any better. The sole lesson that you had in that lifetime was about family. And they're telling me generational trauma was passed down to you in that past lifetime. But that you loved them. You loved the brothers because they were your family. And you didn't judge the lifestyle that they passed on to you. You didn't realize it until much too late. They're showing me like you initially in your teenage years when you were on the lookout for at the town, waiting for someone to pass by so you can rob them. It was just usual for you because that's how you were raised, but in your later years you fell in love with a woman, and the woman didn't like you because of what you do. And then you realized, this isn't how other people live. There are other ways to live. And so you started to question how you were raised and how you can break cycles. It's the cycle of first is poverty, and the cycle of going through means that may hurt people just so you can live. You were in survivor mode up until some point, up until you met that person. So yeah, one of the soul lessons that you had in that past lifetime is breaking family cycles, generational cycles. And Mona is saying, I am so giving in this life, can't stand to see anyone hungry. Why I grow food for my country's local food bank. And Mona says, I tell people I probably got my hands cut off from being a thief in a past life. Can't stand a thief. That makes sense.
I don't get that you ever got your hands cut off. No,
Yeah, me too.
no, you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, you changed in the later part of that lifetime. You were able to. Because you wanted to be with a woman that you met. And she was like, I'm not going to take you unless you change.
Get a job. You're frozen, baby.
Oops. Oops, there we go.
Okay, all right.
I was saying she wouldn't take you if you still rob people. Because she's like, why would I? I'm hearing her right now. Why would I? So you changed for her. You changed because of love. And they're showing me like the later part of that year of that lifetime. It was tough for you. Like I'm seeing you doing manual work, but you were doing an honorable work. You still loved your adoptive parents, the brothers, but you understand that there are other means to earn a living without, harming other people.
Oh, sorry. Is it my turn?
Yes.
Okay. I see your comment, Mona, saying that you struggled in this life. Figured I was paying off past life debts. No, you don't do that. That's not how it works. But um, the mm, okay, as a cycle breaker, as someone who pioneered for yourself a new way of looking at things, that's something that you still have today, is the ability to look past your nose. I'm talking about more than empathy, okay? This isn't just being able to feel. This is being able to actually perceive um, someone else's mindset, their their way of living, their way of being. And you got that from being able to look at the people who were living without being robbers, without being thieves, and saying, well, how do they do it? And what are they doing? And how can I do something like that? Maybe not that, maybe I can't be a blacksmith, but maybe I can be something, maybe I can do something different, and teaching yourself. So this is something that the ability to perceive another person's perspective, another person's outlook. Would you stop? Um, and being able to apply it to yourself. Most of us can't do that. Most people can't do that. We'll feel, when someone is sad, but actually looking at it and saying, "Wow, I sure like the way they did that. I wonder if I could too." Yeah, that's not something very common, but you're able to do that. I'm not sure that I'm being very clear about what it is I'm trying to describe. I can see it clearly. I just don't really have a lot of. Mona says she's a hospice nurse. Well, now. Yep. That makes a lot of sense to me. That makes a lot of sense to me.
Hospice. Okay.
Yeah.
Feels like being of service is part of mm, how
Observing.
this is influencing you right now.
Yeah.
Because,
Observing.
yeah, Mona, in that past lifetime, you incarnated in that family so that you can break the cycle. That was your mission in that past lifetime, to break the cycle. And you were successful in doing that. But you knew that in the past you harmed other people. And so part of the reason why you're being of service right now is to give back to people. In that past lifetime, you take or you took from people. So now you're giving back. That's how that past life is influencing you, I think, right now, or part of it. So I hope that helps, Mona. And thank you so much for letting us read for you.
Yeah, you just developed a lot of empathy once you began to realize how what you had done was harming people, and you began to realize that other people are as real to themselves as you are real to you, in their own heads. Before that, they were like NPCs in your life and didn't have a real reality. Yeah, that was an important lifetime for you.
Yes. So thank you so much, Mona. And thank you, Linda. You okay? We good for the last for this round?
No, no, no. It's yeah. No, I'm fine. I'm fine. That just was it was a spiritually difficult life for her.
Yes.
It was hard, not so much because of the physical kind of stuff, but there were difficult spiritual questions and emotions to deal with, and difficult social issues to deal with, and um, they didn't always have the they didn't have the vocabulary to even name what was going on. So
Yes.
that
During that time, she didn't know any better. Imana didn't know any better
yeah, yeah.
in that lifetime. So, okay, next person we're reading for is Old Windwalker. So, avert your gazes.
Hi,
Hi.
hi, old windwalker. What soul lesson did you learn in a past life that still matters now? Well, I mean, they all do. We are the sum total of what we've experienced. Old windwalker, I see you on a hilltop. Oh, this looks like Ontario, Canada to me. This is a boreal forest. Um, there's like water everywhere. You're on a hilltop, not a mountain. This is a hill in a rolling hill country that's mostly forest. There's some clear patches here and there, lots of rivers and lots of lakes. Mm, boreal forest means it's mostly like pine and fir with some aspen and birch. It's very, very well. It makes me a little homesick because, well, not homesick, but, it's very familiar to me. It feels like home to me. Um, and you're just looking out at this and just feeling like this is my land. I belong here. This is, I am part of this. You are an indigenous person, and you literally can feel the energy through the soles of your feet. Isn't that interesting? They're not showing me anything else. I'm asking, what about their family? What about this? What about that? What's going on? And all they're showing me is this beautiful native man standing on a hill, being one with the universe. Essentially, that, I mean, I'm saying it in a funny way, but essentially that's what he's doing. He's just feeling his place in that landscape and just being there. That is a profound, profound experience. That is a deep connection to the earth and to the divine source of being. I guess that's the lesson, old windwalker,
I was getting the same, Linda.
because that's all I'm getting. Or northern Minnesota. Yeah, I mean, I said Ontario because I'm Canadian, right? Northern Minnesota. Sure, if you say so. Yeah, why not? Um, dense forest, very dense forest. Felt very familiar to me. I mean, I grew up in places like that, right? So,
So, Old Windwalker, I'm getting that soul lesson, that profoundness, that connectedness is something that you carried to this life today. You know that happiness doesn't depend on other people, that you can be happy,
mm,
you can be content just by being yourself and by being by yourself in nature, with or without another person with you. That is how that past life experience is influencing your life right now. And I'm hearing something else. You're very contented in that past life. So now you know that when you don't feel happy, when you don't feel that contentment, it feels like you're disconnected with nature, with the universe, and you're not like doing what you're supposed to do. You know how to use joy as an indication of what's right for you.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it's influencing your life today.
Yeah.
It is a very nice and very peaceful soul lesson. I was there with you, Linda.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, I didn't want to leave the vision.
No, me neither. I might go back later. It was deeply moving.
Mhm. It feels like it felt like I was connected or connecting with the universe.
Yeah.
So
Oh
if
yeah.
you're not doing that right now, Oldwin Walker, you can try doing that later.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you as well, Oldwin Walker, and we hope that helps. Kendra has a comment. That is beautiful. Yeah. Very. Sometimes I wish we can just project things
Yeah.
on screen.
Yeah. The
It's one
brain
of the.
projector.
So thank you, Aldwin Walker. Oh, shit. They're the last for this round. So do we have time for more, Linda?
I'm sorry, what? Do we have time
Do you
for
have
four
time
more?
for?
It's up to you. Yeah, sure. I mean, I don't mind. I'm okay.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
let's do four more. So
Okay, okay. Oh, right. Music. Sorry. I'm here.
again, the hashtag for today is hashtag past, and we are answering these prompts and the prompts that you see above. So if you haven't typed hashtag past yet, please do so.
Yeah, do it
And
now.
yes, 3, 2, 1.
Too late. We're off and running. Oh, and if you're not here, we're not going to read for you.
Yes, Lady M0081. Congratulations, Lady M, and please let us know in the chat if you're still here. And this is the perfect opportunity for everyone to make sure that you are subscribed to both of our channels. Please make sure that you've also hit the thumbs up on both of the live streams. Khalli. Is it Khalli
Hi,
or
Michelle,
Khalli?
you're hilarious.
Khalli 090. Congratulations, Khalli, and please say hi in the chat so we know that you're here.
So we're looking for Lady M and Khalli O. Please say hi.
Oh,
there's
Khalli is
Khalli.
here.
Lady M, are you still here?
CJ and Cats. CJ, congratulations, and please let us know that you're still here.
Hey, CJ.
Yay. And last for this round,
CJ's here.
Oh.
I haven't heard from Lady M.
I haven't seen them yet. Kendra Lesher. Congratulations, Kendra. And please let us know that you're still here. But I
No.
saw them a while ago. Oh,
No, no, Dr. Pan, you did not miss the draw. We're just finishing it.
yes. That's the fourth one. Okay.
That's the fourth one. Okay. All right.
So again, that's Lady M. And we're still waiting for Kendra Lesher. Oh, there we go. I see Kendra.
There's Kendra.
Hey.
Lady M is not here, I'm guessing, because you have a cowbell, don't you?
Oh, yes. Where is the cow? Oh, I don't have a cowbell. I do have this. Hello?
I was going to say use. Bye, Donna Marie. Thank you for spending some
Thank you,
time
Donna
with
Marie.
me. You could always use one of the farts.
Hello, Lady M.
Are
We can
you?
start reading for other people and then we can
Yeah.
Wait for Lady M if
Oh,
they
she
pop
doesn't
in
show up. We'll do one for the collect. Well, no, I guess this isn't something we can do for the
for the
collective.
collective. Yeah.
No, forget it. Okay. So the first one is Khalli then.
Khalli O. What soul lesson did Galileo learn in the past life that still matters now? They're showing me like an aerial view of the beach. This was a past lifetime that you had in Lemuria, um, Calio. So Lemuria is this ancient civilization on Earth that's very focused on nature and spirituality, and you had a past lifetime there. Um, this was a huge island in the Pacific in the past. Okay, what past life lesson did Callie learn from Lemuria? You were male in that lifetime, Callie, and I'm seeing you in your early 20s. You were worried. You're worried, and I'm seeing you sitting at the beach beside your partner. You were talking about leaving the island. The island is a paradise, Callie, but unfortunately, during the later part of the civilization, things were kind of being hard on people. It was slowly getting chaotic. There were power struggles in the community, for one, and you're getting caught up in that power struggle. You're not like struggling for power. You're not the person who's doing that, but you're under a person who you think is not fit to be a leader. You're telling your partner he keeps making bad decisions that affect us, and you were considering to leave Lemuria. So one of the lessons that you learned in that past lifetime, I think, is about corruption,
Mm.
but not from you being corrupted. This was through the lens of someone who's being affected by corruption and power struggle. I'm trying to see more, but they're not showing me afterwards what happened to you. Really, you weren't able to leave Lemuria. Lemuria. Okay, did they pass before Lemuria ended and sank? They're telling me that you didn't leave Lemuria, but you weren't also there during the fall. So you didn't experience the fall of Lemuria, but you were there towards the end. Okay. They're telling me the soul lesson. The soul lesson that you had in that past lifetime is about power. You realize that you not having the power to change things, that affected you a lot. But also you realized something about power, that when you want too much of it, when you're greedy for power, that also harms people. So that was your soul lesson in that lifetime, is about power. So how is that soul lesson affecting your life today, Kali? Here's Kendra.
It has to do with your integrity. This is something that you got from that lifetime, was a keen sense of your own integrity. You could not confront because you didn't have the power, and you couldn't condone because that would have been a betrayal of your own principles. So somehow you managed to find a way to just not play the game, remove yourself from it, where you didn't have to confront the corruption that you saw, but you did not participate in any way with it. When you did not condone it, you didn't confront it, you removed yourself, because there was no other way to deal with it, to be honest. It feels like it was like everywhere, everywhere, everyone. There would have been nothing you could do to change that situation in a meaningful way. So you removed yourself from it. But yes, it has to do with integrity, and the integrity that you have between your words and your actions today, your beliefs and your actions today, to be aligned, Well, and it's an important lesson, Khalli. It's an important lesson that we align ourselves, with our own inner beings. Yes. Well, you can't condone it and you can't confront it. So it's spiritual Aikido, if you want. Remove yourself. I am not available for that anymore. It's a boundary, and it's yeah.
Because in that past lifetime, you weren't able to remove yourself from Lemuria. You hesitated. That's how it's affecting your life right now.
Yeah. But good for you for having integrity, because that is a very, that is a basic spiritual quality you can't develop really. You can't really develop very far spiritually without integrity, without aligning yourself, your beliefs, your thoughts, your words, your deeds.
But I think, Khalli, that's like soul evolution.
Yeah.
That in that past lifetime, like you couldn't do anything, but right now you know how to remove yourself from those situations.
Yeah, exactly.
Soul evolution and soul growth. So congratulations, Khalli.
It's
I
not
hope that
easy.
helps. Yeah,
It's
it's
not
not
easy,
easy.
Khalli.
I
I
know.
know. And it's uncomfortable as hell. And people don't like it. Nobody likes it. I mean, you do, obviously, because it's necessary for your growth, but you're getting a lot of resistance. I'm sorry about that, but it's what happens when you act with integrity.
So I hope that helps, Kelly. And thank
Yeah,
you
it
so
does.
much for
Look what
letting
she
us read for
said.
you.
She said she needed to hear that in this time right now. Good. Stick to your guns, girlfriend. Oh, sorry. I'm assuming you're female and I really shouldn't. Apologies.
Thank you so much, Linda. Thank you, Khalli, for letting us read for you. And the next person we're reading for is CJ.
Hi, CJ.
Hi. And avert your gerunds.
CJ, what soul lesson did you learn in a past life that matters now? Animals. Okay, this can't be for real. Let me just center myself a little bit more. Okay, I'm going to tell you what I got, CJ, and I think I because I have to be like to have my own integrity as a reader. I'll tell you what I see. You're a Disney princess in the Amazon jungle. I know. That's what I said. That's why I said, well, I need to center myself as clearly as, I've been watching too many episodes of Frozen or whatever, um, which is ridiculous. I don't even watch TV anymore. Um, but yeah, you are. This is a jungle, and it's South America, and it's. I mean, I said the Amazon. There's other jungles than the Amazon, but that's the biggest one. So there you go. Um, you have birds following you along this path. There is a big jungle cat that is uh, a, a puma, a panther, a big black um, puma, I think they're called. No, panther. They're called panthers. A big black panther that's walking on your left hand side. There's uh, there's a parrot on your shoulder, and you're just like whistling your way through the woods. I mean, not literally, but you know, you have a feathered headdress, um, beautiful, very elaborate and ornate. You are, ah, and you're just walking through your kingdom. I mean, it's not. I don't think you're the queen or anything, but it's your place, and you're in it. This is another how interesting. This is an echo of that reading um, about with the boreal forest, only this time it's a jungle and there's animals and everybody's vibing together. And it's like you're the center of this network. You're very much in your place. You're very much sovereign and in your place. I don't have any other way of describing it. But there's animals that are part of it now too. And they you don't feed them or anything. They go off and do their own hunting. And they feed themselves. Well, now the parrot, you do share food with the parrot because how could you not? But um, but the panther hunts for themselves. I see you fishing. I see you hunting. Part of the network of life, part of the universe, part just. And this is so unusual. I have never had readings back to back like this, or even like yeah, this is very unusual for me. So I'm sorry, I'm not very articulate about it, but I got to tell you, it's really moving for me to experience that through your past life, to experience that kind of connection to the world and the creatures in it. Because it's not just the land and the sky and the trees and blah, blah, blah. It's also the creatures in it. And that's really so plugged in,
Yeah,
and so deeply moving to me.
I got that too, Linda. Like the previous reading was about connectedness, like with the universe. I felt one with the ground, with the earth, and
Yeah,
everything around me. But for you, CJ, I felt connected with animals,
yeah.
with the
Oh, yeah,
flora
yeah,
and the fauna of the
yeah,
place.
yeah.
So, CJ, can you answer this question? Are you a loner in this lifetime? Because I keep getting that feeling that that's good. The circle of life. España. Okay. CJ is saying that yes, they're a loner. Yeah. I felt like even in that lifetime, because you were so used to animals being around you, those were your companions, not exactly people. Because you were like from an upper, not an upper race, but an upper society in the Amazons. Like there are the commoners can touch you.
Yeah, nobility.
Yeah, of nobility. So there weren't many people who were close to you. So the animals were your companions and the trees were your companions. And you felt very happy and content with that. And that was also the lesson that you had in that lifetime is happiness, contentment with just being one with, well, except for my animals. Yeah. It's being content just by being with your animals. You don't need other people to make you happy and make you feel content. That's something that you brought with you in this lifetime. That's why you're very comfortable in that. And others might not be able to understand you because of that past lifetime. But hey, you were a princess, CJ.
Yeah, you were
Yeah.
actually, and that's one of the reasons that um, you were unusual in that way because princesses um, did not go running in the jungle with panthers and parrots. Now, there's a sentence I never thought I'd say. Princesses don't go running in the jungle with panthers and parrots. There you are.
Yeah, you had other people doing that for you.
Yeah, well, yeah, you were
So,
supposed to be the one out hunting. There's hunters for that. What are you doing?
yeah.
Like, what's wrong with you?
Like I'm seeing people even like wiping your foot from dirt at some point. Like that's how princessy you were in that lifetime, CJ. So yeah, your companions were animals and the plants around you, and you were very happy. I felt the happiness in that lifetime, CJ.
Yeah.
So if you're ever wondering, like, why do you feel very content even when you're alone? Yeah, you know the reason why now. You can tell other people, I was a princess in a past lifetime,
You were a Disney princess.
a Disney princess in a past lifetime, and I had minions doing things for me.
How interesting, CJ. How interesting. What an interesting echo.
Thank you for letting me know that. That
Yeah,
was just something that they showed
I
me.
got
I'm glad I
chills.
said that.
I got chills from you saying that.
Yeah, because in that lifetime, I felt like you were annoyed by it because
Yeah.
they kept doing it. Your feet couldn't get dirty in that lifetime. I don't know the significance, but that's why you were annoyed because they kept doing it.
Well, because she was royalty. Royalty aren't supposed to go out and, run around the jungle and in the mud and whatever, the dirt. They're
Yeah,
not
but I
supposed
don't know
to.
like the cultural significance. I might Google that later if that's a thing that their feet couldn't get dirty and what that means.
Maybe,
But yeah, that's what
maybe,
they were showing me.
maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
I didn't think of that. Hmm. Good
Yeah,
question. Good insight. Good question. Now you got to tell me when you find out because I'm
I will. So thank you so much, CJ. That was a very interesting uh, vision. Thank you so much for letting us read for you.
yeah. A
Okay,
Disney
next up,
princess in the Amazon jungle. I'm never going to forget that one.
me too.
It's wonderful.
Kendra. Kendra is next. And avert your Gerald's. Oh, hold on. CJ has a feedback. Um, as a kid, I used to stop and take my shoes off and clean between my toes. Yes, that's what they were doing. Maybe it has been like a habit from that lifetime that you had
Yeah,
in the Amazon.
yeah. You
Very
wanted clean
interesting.
feet. You just didn't want other people to do it for you.
Mhm. But since you were used to having clean feet, yeah, you're gonna do it yourself now. So next up is Kendra. Okay, what soul lesson did Kendra learn in a past life that is still affecting her right now, Masters? Is this a galactic lifetime, Masters? Was this from Earth or no? Okay, show me please where. where this was in the galaxy. Orion? Okay. Kendra, you had a past lifetime in Orion. And whenever I mention Orion, I always mention that it's a chaotic part of our galaxy, or it was a chaotic part of our galaxy, because it was trapped in a war, a very long period of war up until very recently. So, yeah, you had a past lifetime in that chaotic setting. And I asked, like, is this on Earth? Maybe I shouldn't have asked that because what they were showing me was a ship that kind of looked like a sword, like it was shaped very long, like um like an arrowhead. Yeah, like an arrowhead ship. You were inside a ship that was shaped like an arrowhead.
Like a water ship or a spaceship?
A spaceship. A spaceship.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You were in that ship, Kendra? Okay, what soul lesson did Kendra learn in Orion that's still affecting her now? When I asked that, I just heard peace. Your soul lesson in that past lifetime was peace because you felt so tired. I feel the aches in my shoulder blade right now because you were just tired of the fighting. It felt like it's never going to end for you, Kendra. I'm seeing a woman and a child. Okay, the baby was Kendra. I'm seeing a woman with a baby, and they're telling me that you are the baby. So this has been happening since you were a baby. Your mom was a part of the rebel force, is what they were telling me. Your mother was part of them. And so you were raised in that environment. And from childhood, you've heard tales, stories of what the Draconian Empire or the Orion Empire has been doing to people, taking them in as slaves, selling them like they weren't people. You learned of the hardships, the hunger that other people experienced. And you were very sensitive, energetically, I mean, energetically sensitive during that time. And so for someone with a lot of empathy, it was a lot. You felt constantly tired during that past life. But the main soul lesson that you had there was about peace. That this is what happens when peace is not established. And it can go on and on and on. So yeah, that's something that you learned in the past lifetime.
And that love of peace and the desire for peace, that has a dark side. That you may sometimes find yourself not enforcing a boundary, for example, just for the sake of peace, not saying how you really feel for the sake of peace because, oh, it's not worth it. Um, I'm not saying don't pick your battles. You got to be smart. Okay. You got to be strategic and you do have to pick your battles. But at the same time, how far are you willing to compromise and what are you willing to compromise on? Again, this speaks to integrity. Um, but keeping the peace, that can be a really high, that you may pay a high price for doing that, for doing what makes other people comfortable. That's what I'm looking for. Be very be mindful of the choices that you make just to make other people comfortable. Their feelings are not your business. Their feelings are theirs to manage, not yours. You you have to act out of your own clarity and integrity, your own heart, and what you believe is the right thing to do, um, and let them manage themselves. This isn't about putting others before you. Well, it's only peripherally about putting others before you. Um, what it's really about is drawing your boundaries and sticking to them. And that peace is not worth your boundary. Okay? Peace is not worth accepting someone else invading your space or speaking disrespectfully to you, or you know, those kinds of things. That weird uncle at, you know, Thanksgiving. Peace isn't worth swallowing that just so that everybody can be comfortable. Oh, don't make a scene. Oh, hell yes, I will make a scene. I'll make a big one.
Some
So,
battles need to be fought.
yeah, some battles need to be fought. You're the one who decides which ones those are, but don't be afraid of them. Don't be afraid of them, and don't always be the one who goes, oh, that'll be fine. No, it's not going to be fine. Not if you have to keep swallowing yourself, swallowing your truth and hiding just so that somebody else can be comfortable. What about your comfort? Why do you have to be the grown up?
I think that's an amazing lesson that many of us are going through
Yeah,
or trying to learn
yeah,
in this current lifetime.
yeah,
Are we going to like betray ourselves
yeah.
just to keep
Especially,
the peace?
especially us women,
Mm,
because we're trained to, you know, we're trained
yeah.
that we don't matter, that somebody else always comes first. Yeah, no.
So I hope that helps, Kendra. And thank you so much for letting us read for you. There's an interesting comment a while ago that Barbara Hartlove posted,
Mm,
and they say Nepal has a goddess whose feet does not touch the ground. I have to Google that later.
that is so cool.
Yeah, that is so cool.
That is so cool.
I did not see Lady M
No,
in the
no,
chat.
she's gone. Someone was, one of the mods was looking for her,
Ah, thank
and
you.
yeah,
Thank you to all the mods, by the way, for
yeah.
helping us
Thank
out.
you.
Really. So I think we won't draw for another person since we're almost half past the hour.
Yeah.
But I want to thank all of you for being here today and spending this time with us.
Yes. Yes. The
And
mods are fabulous.
they really are. So thank you to all the mods and to all of you. I'm just going to close the records. Well, I still remember it.
Yeah.
Let's take a deep centering breath and stretch a bit.
Oh, that's a good idea. Oh, look, I just crunched.
I would like to close by thanking the masters, teachers, and loved ones for their love and compassion. I would like to close by thanking the Akashic Records masters for their point of view. And I would like to close by thanking the divine source for all the knowledge and healing. The records are now closed, amen. The records are now closed, amen. The records are now closed, amen. Your energy stays with you, and my energy stays with me. So thank you again, everyone. And if you didn't get a reading today, um, we will be back in 2 weeks with a different topic. And also, we do private readings. Our
Yes.
details are in the description below. So if you'd like to get a reading that may be similar to this one, where you get to know yourself more and you get to ask questions to the Akashic Records, yeah, you know where to find us. It's in
Yeah.
the description, everyone.
Yeah.
Just hit us an email so we can schedule. Linda, what will you be doing next? Where can people catch you?
Uh, Tomorrow at 2 o'clock, on Wings of Insight on my channel, and my guest is going to be Deborah Zakow. I know. I love reading with her. It's going to be fun. So the posts are up for that. So watch for the community posts, and you can just hit the link to get yourself a notification. And oh, gee, I've been reading long enough that I can't remember anything right this minute. Um, mm, oh, and I don't have anything next week until the 16th, until Thursday.
You
The
get to rest.
Kingdom. I get
Yeah.
to game till 3 in the morning. And
I love that.
yeah, no, there's nothing at all until the 17th, and we have, well, the 16th when for another episode of Wings of Insight, and then the 17th, the fart show.
Yay, the fart show. I look forward to the fart show.
I do too. I do too. But that's it. That's it's tomorrow, and then nothing for another week.
Awesome.
And yes, I am available for private readings, and yes, you can email me, and yes, it may take me a day or so to even read the email, because I don't live in my email.
And everyone, I will be back on Friday with Shari. I won't be simulcasting that, so you have to check out her channel, Shari Voices from the Swamp. Again, that's on Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern. And then I will be back on Sunday with Deborah Zakow. Yeah, we have the
Ooh,
same guest, Linda.
oh,
Who
that's
knew?
awesome. You love it. She's
I,
fabulous. She's a
yeah.
fabulous, fabulous reader.
And we have an interesting topic for Soul Cloud Connect on Sunday. What is your
Yeah.
birthday hiding from you? Is it just a birthday? Have you ever wondered that, everyone? So we are going to talk about that, how your birthday affects you, or why you chose your birthday, since we were on the topic of pre-birth plans. So if you're interested in that, please do check the channel out. It will be on Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern as well. And then after that, hold on. Oh yeah, I will do Unburdened, which is the energy reading or energy clearing show that I do once a month. So that will be on Tuesday. Oh, Tuesday next week, yes. So I hope to see you there. If you'd like to get an energy clearing, um, please do check the channel out and subscribe if you haven't done that yet. And if
Can
you
I
haven't subscribed to Linda yet, please do
Can I?
so.
Yeah, please subscribe to to both of our channels. But I want to just let you know that Diane's energy clearings are they can be really powerful. They can be really helpful and powerful. Um, and I recommend them. If you want to book a reading with her and have it done privately, fine, or show up at her show and have her do it there. But it's quite an astonishing, for me, it was quite an astonishing experience. So
Thank you, Linda.
you're
That
welcome.
means a lot.
No, thank you.
No worries.
Thank you.
Okay. And as we close this episode, everyone take a moment to reflect on what came through for you. Even if you didn't get read today, I know that many of the soul lessons that we have uncovered and read today, some part of it may have resonated for you.
Mm,
So take a moment to reflect on that. And the soul lessons that you're experiencing right now, I hope that you realize or start to realize that many of them didn't start in this lifetime. They're part of our soul's ongoing journey and development. So if something resonated for you during those readings, trust that.
mm.
Your awareness to this is already part of your integration. So thank you all for being here and opening yourselves to this message. Thank you to all the mods. And again, if this spoke to you, share your comments in the and experiences in the comments below or in the comments after the show rather. Is there a reading today that really resonated for you or you learned from as well? We'd love to hear what
Yeah,
resonated for you.
yeah.
Yeah. And
Not
if
because we need the validation, but just because it enriches our own experience, you know?
yes, like it's always fascinating and interesting to know that a reading for someone might resonate as well for other people.
Yeah.
So we'd love to hear your thoughts
Yeah.
on this in the comments after the show. And you know, if you feel the call to go in deeper, you can check out our personal readings. Again,
Yeah.
our details are in the description. So until next time, keep trusting and keep exploring beyond the veil. And we'll see you again into the ether. Bye.
Stay hydrated.